someone reading a book that's written backwards. That's just the way the lines are written. Yep. Okay, I've switched back on. I've rebooted myself. My brain is now working. How did no one realise? Or have they just mirrored him?
Here for much longer, huh?
Stuck. Ever since Bach lifted the lockdown, we could go topside when we needed to.
Yeah, but that's not the same as actually going home, you know?
Correct. Oh, you can talk to me. Yay!
Reminder.
We're driving them back. Woo!
Individuals encountered in the field cannot be trusted despite valid credentials. Enemy lookalikes cannot be detected without screening. As always, remain vigilant at all times.
Remain vigilant. Hello.
Dutiful as always, Chelsky.
You heard the director. There'll be time to relax when the war is over.
No, you should relax.
That doesn't mean you need to keep running yourself ragged. You need to relax every once in a while.
Says the man who won't take a day off to rest after killing Origin.
Touche.
Yeah, but I'm a hero.
I think we've all earned that title by now, Agent Carter.
Got a point there. You sound like a bit of a jerk. I was thinking, relax from Grizzled America Man is probably a little kind of hypocritical. You know, I just came back staggering, carrying the weight of this ethereal that the Ven brace was trying to rip my arm off. But yeah, I'm back in work the next day, because I'm Grizzled America Man. I say that. I say that just mocking him because he's being this ridiculously macho type grizzled guy who's kind of a kind of stereotypical American hero, America Man. He could be written so much better. Like that, he could actually be kind of kind of caring and just being like, you can relax, you know. You don't have to keep pushing yourself. And then maybe saying to her when she says, you know, you don't relax. Like, well, maybe I need to, rather than, yeah, but I'm super heroic. Yeah, and you're just, I don't know, what's the difference? Is it because she's kind of just stuck here and basically in the office doing the radio communications? Because, no offense, Mr. Carter, but she's probably more important than you are. How are the civilians? No, yeah, how are the civilians?
How's the campaign of misinformation going these days?
Sufficiently well.
What's that mean?
Well, so far I've had to cover up the destruction of a university, a town, and the biggest tourist trap in Colorado, to say nothing of all the captured sleepwalkers I've had to falsify records for. So the fact that you haven't yet seen any of that on national TV is good enough for me.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
How?
You wouldn't be here if you weren't the best of the best.
Thank you, sir.
How? How have you covered up all of this? Because these aren't the only places that have... these are not the only places that have been attacked. Like, we've had to go and do minor operations. We've had to send people off and do little things that we haven't had to go to, where there have been aliens. And how is none of this being reported? Ah! There's how are they? Next question.
Now that they've lost Mosaic, how are the outsiders responding?
Mixed results, as you'd expect. Some have gone berserk, some have gone catatonic.
Have any surrendered?
There have been a few across the country. To be on the safe side, we're shipping them all off to Alcatraz.
When did Alcatraz stop taking prisoners? I don't know. That is a legitimate question. I don't actually know that. This is 60s? Early 60s, I think. Because I think, isn't it? I was going to say just after Korea? Possibly. I can't remember. But I think it's certainly... I think it certainly is in the 60s. So, I mean, it depends when Alcatraz closed, because it might have been before then. Yeah, let's put the aliens with prisoners who all want to escape. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? What are our chances?
Everyone else thinks the war's all but over. What do you think?
I think I'll stay until we're certain of it.
I know it might be a really boring game where you're mucking about with radio signals and trying to balance things out and being kind of a bit more strategic. I would love to play a game as her. You know, as a character, she actually, you know, kind of has a character. Instead, we're playing this grizzled America man.
I'll let you get back to your duties then.
Until the director says it's all over, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Not much longer now, huh? Guess not. Hope not. Gonna miss this place? Not a damn inch of it. Me neither.
What do you mean? This here is this corner here. Really awesome inch. Some people have no taste. I'm not sure if it's them or me. Oh, recording. Let's listen to it. Anyone gonna talk? Anyone gonna talk? Someone's gonna just walk past just as I start this, aren't they?
How long since they went into the gate?
At least 45. Wait, I'm getting a transmission.
They're alive? What are they saying?
It's... Yes! Mission successful. All accounted for and returning.
They did it! They really did it!
Hangar crew, prepare for returning Avenger. Medical staff too. They have non-critical wounded. And some sort of captive, it sounds like. Well, to your stations, everyone.
Yeah! I can't believe they did it!
Never doubted them. But if you ever tell Carter, I'll deny it to the death.
Secret safe with me. So, got any plans for after the war?
Still too soon to plan anything like that.
Maybe, but I know you, Chelsky. You're the one who always has a plan.
Well, Nah, it's too crazy.
Hey, we just survived an alien attack. It's a crazy time.
It's just... I heard my old town is rebuilding, and they're gonna need a new mayor to coordinate things.
You're gonna run for mayor.
Don't have to laugh.
No, I think you'd be great at it, Chelsky. You, want any help?
Maybe. Let's end this war first.
Oh no! No! Right, two things. Good luck on your run for mayor, and two, you can do so much better than him. He's an arrogant jerk.
It's just, we wouldn't have let the director appreciated his leadership this one time. Actually, we would. We thought his office would be a little friendlier with the plant.
Okay. Campaign of misinformation, keeping everything classified. I'm guessing these red dots and everything are alien attacks, or alien sightings, or aliens doing alien things. How are we keeping this secret? How? No.
Can't we just leave it on the director's desk? But that's the whole point of a surprise gift.
They're phasing through each other. This is.
The outsiders are cut off and confused. They'll probably gather where their gates used to be.
Assuming they continue to fight at all.
If they don't, finishing them off should be a snap. Even if they surrender? Especially if they surrender.
I beg your pardon. I assume you were talking, but I beg your pardon. Are you proposing? You're facing through a wall. Are you alright? You're proposing that we take people surrender and we shoot them. No. I face through you. Almost. JFK, okay, so this is pre-63. This is pre-63. He only had one term, if memory serves. So that means this, and terms of 4 years, so that means this is definitely between 59 and 63. At the longest, but I'm fairly sure he died midway through, and I don't mean like at some point in between. I mean like somewhere in the middle-ish. So we're probably more like 60, 63, maybe 61, 63, somewhere around there. Or this is a really old office, one of the two. Or awkwardly, this is an early office, and Falk just really likes Kennedy. Or Falk. Yeah, I assume it's Falk. I don't know. I was talking about something else. Where was my brain going? Oh, that was the thing I was thinking of, is I was just thinking these animations are a bit wonky. And there's not much of a story. And it's meant to be like Mass Effect. So I'm thinking of possibly doing Andromeda after this. To continue bad animation in a third-person shooter. We're going for themes here, people. Themes. My sniper rifle's better than yours because it's plasma. Hello!
Well, glad to see you back on your feet.
Yeah, well, I feel like I stuck my finger in a wall socket.
You've
Just
done
be
that?
glad you survived. It's more than we can say for some.
We've lost a lot.
Like De Silva and Nils.
He's not dead. The Silver.
And my brother. And so many others.
But it's over. We can make it. And that's only because of the sacrifices of everyone we've lost.
I know. But that won't bring them back.
What happened in there?
I'm still trying to figure out what happened at the end.
The whole complex was centered on that thing. Weir says they called it an ethereal. When you captured it, their systems started losing power.
Yeah, now it's in the lab, where the eggheads can poke at it all day.
Whatever it is, it was connected to their mosaic network, just like Origin was.
When we were there, Origin said I was carrying a demon.
When you first came here, Falk said you were the best agent he'd ever seen, but you had your demons. Maybe Origin knew you better than you thought.
Can't exactly go back and ask for clarification, can we? Not after setting off that bomb.
Well worth the price, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, because he's like, he drinks. You have a demon within you! I mean, I didn't really realise Origin would be a Puritan. But I assume it goes back to my prior point from earlier this session, where the thing in the briefcase was one of those ethereals, and it's now inside me! And it's a prisoner within my body, and... Are we going to have to do like a monumental sacrificial thing? Is this turning into Mass Effect? Just... what Mass Effect should have been. In some ways. Results from the field.
How long was I out? Are we seeing any results from the field yet?
It's only been a day and a half, but the early results look good.
I should damn well hope so.
Troops are in disarray and retreating from some engagements. We haven't even seen a UFO report in a few hours.
That's a good start.
Most importantly, the gates are all closed. The enemy's cut off in our world, and we outnumber them.
Well, what do you know? We might just pull through after all.
Hang on. Hang, what? How did that... So it's been a day and a half since the bomb? Since we went through? If it's since we went through the gate, we were only in the gate for 45 minutes, according to the recording we've just had. And from the way it was shot, and having the thing on my arm, I would assume that we came straight here after landing the Avenger. So, when has a day and a half passed? Unless... And the only way this would make sense is if we did it, had the cutscene, and then I went to the infirmary without being shown, and then came back. This isn't hard to think through. Like, this isn't, like, something I've sat down and thought about. This is just my immediate... Hang on, that makes no sense. Did no one think about these... It's an XCOM game. People aren't playing it for the story. No, they're playing it for the turn-based combat, and you don't have that either. It's like, let's not rant too much, because then I'll just not have anything to talk about over the credits. What do we do now?
Assuming we can finish off the stragglers, what do you see happening afterwards?
For us, paperwork. Do you have any idea how many sleepwalkers we're going to have to account for? Hundreds. Thousands, possibly.
Disappearances and false obituaries are simple. We did them all the time at the CIA. The hard part will be figuring out what to do with the outsiders who surrender.
Do you think they'll want anything to do with us after we've practically made them extinct?
We can expect some of them to defect. They were invading because their homeworld was dying. They won't want to go back.
We couldn't send them back anyway. The gates are all closed.
Dr. Dresner might have some interesting ideas.
I get the feeling that the war may have been the easy part.
Yes. Yeah, that's normally how it goes. You, especially, well, certainly in modern times, is you win the war and then you have to struggle through the peace and the consequences of the war, because war is a bad idea. In general. It always is messy at the end. Talk to you later.
We're in the home stretch, Angie. Won't be long now.
Sure hope so. But even after that, nothing's going to be the same.
Right, nothing. I don't know what's going on.
The outsiders were being controlled by Mosaic, and that's what was telling them to attack us, right? So what happens if they surrender, now that Mosaic's gone?
You see how many people they killed? I don't care if they surrender.
But they aren't morally at fault. You'd just be adding a genocide on top of everything else.
I don't think any of the survivors are gonna complain.
I'm trying to press the melee button. Oh, great. Haven't you heard of personal space, dude? Yeah. I mean, I say that having just threatened to punch him. Well, tried to punch him.
Reminder, extended exposure to unprocessed delirium is believed to be a serious health risk. Take all necessary precautions.
Okay, that should add a full stop at the end.
What's your status, Carter? You fit for duty?
A little groggy, but I feel fine. Get me back out there and let's finish this.
Good. Bring up the map. There's plenty to be done.
Oh, I was just thinking, oh, this is the final thing. But it looks like actually, this looks like there's a minor operation to do first. But yeah, it's like, yeah, we're nearly at the end, we're nearly at the end, we're nearly at the end. So this is like the last session, this might be the last major mission? Nope.
You had us worried back there, Carter. What happened to you?
The physical pain was intense, but the worst part was I couldn't think straight. Couldn't remember my own name or what the hell I was doing. Still only remember pieces of what happened.
Well, it's good to see you on your feet again. I assume you're fit for duty?
Yes, I definitely am. Definitely.
Yes, sir. And eager to get back out there.
Especially now that we've got a real fighting chance.
What are the results?
So we killed their leader, shut down their network, and closed their gates. What are we seeing in the field?
Cleanup forces report a marked difference in enemy behaviors out in the field. Some are fleeing, some are going berserk. Most are just confused.
Is it enough?
One of our teams just went back to Rosemont, Georgia, and completely routed the enemy. That marks the first time we've successfully driven the outsiders from an entrenched location. And it won't be the last.
Yeah, but town by town, this war could take months.
Maybe even years. But the end is in sight.
So you're saying this is El Alamein? This isn't the beginning of the end, this is just the end of the beginning. Wow. I thought Carter was pessimistic.